Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Or, if it's your first time here, welcome to Raygo, the home of all things music. On today's episode, we're going to be checking out two brand new artists and two songs. We're going to react to them, try and break them down on the guitar as best as we can. The first artist we're going to break down is the Sundays and their single, Here's Where the Story Ends. And then after that, we're going to check out Bobbie Gentry and the song Ode to Billy Joe. First of all, let's talk about the Sundays. One of our subscribers by the name of Matthew kindly donated to the channel and requested both of these songs. And he left a little message for both of them. He said, Joe, have you heard of the Sundays? They are a band from Bristol, which is right up the street from you. An epic journey from an English perspective. That's what the song's about. Okay, first of all, I haven't heard of the Sundays. And secondly, it's funny. Matthew, I can tell you're not from England because I'm from the south of England and Bristol up the street from us. That isn't how it works here in England. When somewhere is about 2.5 hours drive, it ain't up the street. It's far. That's how we do things in England. When someone says, you know, you've got a 2-hour journey ahead of you, it's a long one. It's something you're not really fond of doing because traffic is a nightmare. And I've got proof about this. Somebody came in where I work. Somebody came in the office the other day, and they're from America. And I asked them this question. I was like, you know what? Sometimes I get people across the pond from America saying, you know, it's just up the road. And I was like, can you prove to me right now that there's a difference between traveling 2 hours in America and 2 hours in England? And he was like, yes. He was like, I would not travel 2 hours in England. I hate it. It's because we have these little A roads where you can only travel certain speeds, like 30 miles an hour, then it's a 20, now it's a 50, now it's a 70. And, you know, we have motorways, of course, but in some towns you don't. For instance, getting to Bristol, there's no motorway from where I am. It's a nightmare. And then he said, in America, you could travel like 3 hours, and majority of the time you're just on one road, and it's just, you get straight there. So, there's a little bit of, there's a bit of a lesson for people who might not know. If you come to England, guys, and you think 2 hours is up the road, it's not. Anyway, without further ado, the Sundays. Let's see what they're saying. Let's get into this. Sounds nice.
People I know, places I go, make me feel tongue-tied. And I can see how people look down there on the inside. Here's where the story ends.
I like it. This is right up my street.
People I see weary of me, showing my good side. And I can see how people look down, I'm on the outside. Here's where the story ends. Here's where the story ends. It's that little souvenir of a terrible year which makes my eyes feel sore. Oh, I never should have said the books that you read were all I loved you for. It's that little souvenir of a terrible year which makes me wonder why. It's the memories of your shed that make me turn red. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Lazy and
You know what? This kind of music is very much 90s, early 90s. The acoustics playing throughout. I've not really heard any electric guitar, and you've just got the bass, the drums, and the acoustic. Very fast-paced acoustic as well. Just that hard strum that he's got going. I love it, and especially when you add that very soft female vocal over the top. I feel like it works a bit better as opposed to a male with these types of songs. Or maybe not better, but in this type of genre, it's something about it that I prefer to listen to sometimes. And I forget Natalie. Help me out, guys. She's a singer. I think she might be American. I'm not too sure. Natalie something. And she's got a song. It's similar to this. Hold on, let me think. What is that song? Natalie. Does it begin with an R? Singer. Let's see. Natalie singer. Natalie Imbruglia. Natalie Imbruglia, yeah, that's the one. And her song Torn. It's that type of song. One of my favourite songs. I know that might sound crazy, but Torn. In fact, I might even do a breakdown of that song because it's perfect from start to finish. But this is giving me the same type of vibes. This is very nice up to now. Let's keep going.
Places I go make me feel so tired. And I can see how people look down. I'm on the outside. Here's where the story ends. Oh, here's where the story ends.
Listen to how she comes into that. She goes, here's where the story ends, and then she goes, like it's almost like she's using her voice as a genuine instrument, as you would on a guitar. Instead of just going, down, down, she's going, like you would when you're playing the guitar. Listen to how she comes into that. It sounds very nice. Hear that? That's very nice.
Where the story ends. It's that little souvenir of a terrible year which makes my eyes feel sore. And whoever would have thought the books that you brought were all I love you for. Oh, the devil in me said, go down to the shed. I know where I belong. But the only thing I ever really wanted to say was wrong, was wrong, was wrong. It's that little souvenir of a colorful year which makes me smile inside.
Great.
So I cynically say, well, is that way? Surprise, 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 surprise. Here's where the story ends.
This is very nice, this.
Here's where the story ends.
Hell yeah. What a banger, mate. Yo. Guys, that was a cracking tune. That's going straight on my playlist. Let's figure something out here. I'll tell you what. Let's bring you guys in. Sundays. I want to know the chord on that because I am pretty confident he's playing the same chord in the verse. It's like he's holding the G. Like, but the bass is playing the notes, but the chords not changing. The Sundays. Here's where the story ends. Chords. Let's see what the genuine chords are. I'm intrigued. So yeah, it's a G major 7, which is what I was assuming then. So let's G major 7. Is that what he's doing? G major 7, so that would be. That's a. That, sounds odd now, guys, but when it's over something... You know. And he's just going... Sounds very odd, but it does work. Oh, I've used to play it here. I don't know how that would work. Wait. I don't know how close I am there, guys, because I don't know what G major over 7 is, but I would assume it's this. That. You guys let me know if I'm right. I definitely know this. When you actually listen to the song and listen to focus on the guitar itself, the acoustic, it doesn't change much. There's a constant note ringing throughout it, which is that major E7, whatever's going on. I'm not a fairy and I don't try and claim to be, but I can dumb it down. He's playing a note that's monotonous and it's continuing, and he's only changing the root note from G to C. But I don't know if I'm completely right. You guys let me know. But I tell you what, absolute banger that. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Great song. Great song. Anyway, moving on to the next one. We've got Bobbie Gentry, Ode to Billy Joe. I'm going in blind, guys. I don't know Bobbie Gentry, and I've never heard this song. But without further ado, let's get into this.
I was born in Chickasaw County. When I was 6, we moved to another region in Mississippi called the Delta. And we lived between 2 rivers. One was the Yazoo, and the other was the Tallahatchie.
1968.
It was the 3rd of June, another sleepy, dusty Delta day. I was out chopping cotton and my brother was baling hay. And at dinner time we stopped and walked back to the house to eat.
Wow, that voice.
And Mama hollered at the back door, y'all remember to wipe your feet. And then she said, I got some news this morning from Choctaw Ridge. Today Billy Joe McAllister jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. And Papa said to Mama as he passed around the black-eyed peas, oh, Billy Joe never had a lick of sense. Pass the biscuits, please. There's 5 more acres in the lower 40 I got to plow. And Mama said it was a shame about Billy Joe.
Wow.
Seems like nothing ever comes to no good up on Choctaw Ridge.
What a great way of singing.
And now Billy Joe McAllister's jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge.
That's deep, that.
Brother said he recollected when he and Tom and Billy Joe put a frog down my back at the Carroll County Picture Show. And wasn't I talking to him after church last Sunday night? I'll have another piece of apple pie. You know, it don't seem right.
Dude, rock star.
I saw him at the sawmill yesterday up on Choctaw Ridge. And now you tell me Billy Joe's jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. mama said to me, child, what's happened to your appetite? Well, I've been cooking all morning and you haven't touched a single bite. That nice young preacher, Brother Taylor, dropped by today. Said he'd be pleased to have dinner on Sunday. Oh, by the way, he said he saw a girl that looked a lot like you up on Choctaw Ridge. And she and Billy Joe was throwing something up the Tallahatchie Bridge. A year has come and gone since we heard the news about Billy Joe. Brother married Becky Thompson. They bought a store in Tupelo. There was a virus going round. Papa caught it and he died last spring.
Hey.
And now Mama doesn't seem to want to do much of anything. And me, I spend a lot of time picking flowers up on Choctaw Ridge. Drop them into the muddy water off the Tallahatchie Bridge.
Wow. What a great descent with those violins. 2 bangers, Matthew. 2 bangers. Wow. Guys, that was genuinely very, very cool. How simple. This is why I love guitar, for this exact reason. She absolutely smashed that. And do you know what? I was listening to the lyrics and I was like, what the hell? She threw off the bridge. And then it came up on, like, to this day, no one knows what she's talking about, what was thrown off that bridge. And they made a film in 1976 based on this song. What's the film called? Ode to Billy Joe? I don't know. I'm just checking the comments out, guys. I am 80 and I remember hearing it back in 67. Goosebumps then and now. The casualness in which a major story is unfolding is ingenuous. Yeah. Less is more. Don't solve the mystery. Leave it in midair. A perfect example of an understatement. 100%. That's a great comment as well. Leave it in midair. That's so true. Like, I'm so curious. But do you know what? That's what it's about. And that's what music can do to you. It can leave you in a state of curiosity. And I prefer that. And that's why I always am been strong on, when you listen to lyrics, you can ask the artist and you can look for interviews and see what they said about it. But ultimately, even if that artist goes, genuinely, this is what the song is about. I wrote this song about that. That doesn't matter. I don't care. Because I interpret it this way. And you're allowed to do that. And even if someone goes, yeah, but that's not what it's about. Well, it is in my head. And you can't change what I think in my head. That's the beauty of imagination. You can take a lot of things away from someone, but you can't take away what's going up in it and their imagination. In my head, damn, they threw a dead body off there. You know? Something scary went on. I don't know why that's what comes to me. Maybe it's because I love horror films and whatnot, but you better go check that river. You better check that history of 67, who went missing at that time. Yeah, damn. You know? That's what I'm thinking. You know what? The chords. Boom, boom, boom. Again, it was like one of those... If only I had a voice like that. Damn. Absolute phenomenal voice. Bobbie Gentry. I want to know if that was the only hit. Let's check more of this out. Wow, what a banger. '67. It's mental. Honestly, what a track. What an absolute track. I want to see. She's still alive. Buzzing. Good. 84 years old. Known for Ode to Billy Joe. So I said, don't suppose she released anything then after that track. Because it doesn't seem like... Look, if you look here, labels, Warner Bros. Till 78, so doesn't look like she continued. Let's have a look. Final projects before retirement. Gentry appeared as a guest on Tonight Show with Johnny Carson in 78. She attended the Best of Vegas. Blah, blah. Gentry was one of many celebrity guests to take part in All-Star Mother's Day. Last time Gentry appeared in public was when she attended Academy in 1982. Since that, she has not recorded, performed, nor been interviewed. One 2016 news report stated that Gentry lived in gated community near Memphis, according to another report. So she just lives in a... That's, yeah, mate, you know what? I respect it. She came in, she did a thing, and then she was like, hell no, I'm done. Maybe she didn't want to do it anymore, wanted to live another life. Maybe she wanted to do philosophy, like it said. She went to LA to do philosophy. I don't know. Well, it would be very cool to hear, you know, be like an interview with her to see what she thought of her career, and does she wish she continued doing music? Those kind of questions, it's so unfortunate when those kind of questions aren't asked about for answers I feel like a lot of people want to hear, you know. But that was cracking. What do you guys reckon? What did you guys think of that? Have you heard it? Let me know in the comments. By the way, guys, if you want to request a song of your choice, you can do that by link. Well, yeah, all the information is in the description below if you want to request a song of me to break it down. That was incredible. Matthew, thanks again for your kind requests. That was very cool. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe and peace.